Every once in a while, a country makes a regulatory move that doesn't grab headlines, but quietly reshapes the future of finance. Japan just made one of those moves. They're preparing to recognize XRP as a regulated financial asset. Not a speculative crypto, not a security, but financial infrastructure. And that distinction changes everything. Welcome back to the Wealth Report, where we track signals before headlines and structure before speculation. If you're here to understand how capital actually moves, not just price, you're in the right place. What Japan is doing. According to multiple regulatory and financial sources, Japan is moving toward classifying XRP under its formal financial regulatory framework. That means XRP would be treated more like a financial instrument, a settlement asset, a regulated component of the financial system, not simply a digital token. This matters because Japan does not experiment lightly with its financial system. Why Japan's decision carries weight. Japan has one of the most conservative financial regulatory environments in the world. Banks in Japan don't chase hype, don't front-run regulation, don't operate in legal gray areas. So when Japanese regulators move to formalize an asset's role, it signals years of internal analysis, testing, and institutional alignment. This isn't about retail investors. This is about system-level confidence. Why XRP is being treated differently. Here's the key distinction most investors miss. XRP is not being evaluated as a store of value or a speculative asset. It's being evaluated as a liquidity bridge, a settlement layer, a cross-border payment mechanism. That's why Japan isn't asking, will XRP go up in price? They're asking, does this improve how money moves? Regulation means institutional access. When an asset becomes regulated, three things happen. Institutions can hold it, banks can integrate it, capital can scale into it. Unregulated assets attract speculation. Regulated assets attract balance sheets. Japan's move gives XRP something extremely rare in crypto: legal certainty at the institutional level. The global domino effect. This is where the signal expands. Regulators globally watch Japan closely, especially in Asia. Once one major economy defines how an asset fits inside traditional finance, others often follow the framework rather than reinvent it. Japan may be establishing a template for how XRP is classified internationally. What this means for smart money. This isn't a price prediction. It's a positioning insight. Historically, assets that transition from regulatory uncertainty into regulatory clarity tend to attract long-term capital, institutional products, infrastructure investment. Price moves later. Structure moves first. Closing, the Wealth Report. The real question isn't whether XRP pumps tomorrow. The real question is, what happens when XRP becomes essential, not exciting? That's how wealth is built quietly. If you found value in this breakdown, subscribe to the Wealth Report. We follow the signals that matter, long before they're obvious.